Good day everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you love this video, please drop a like and subscribe for more gaming content. We have a lot of rumors going around this week, so let's jump in. For our very first story, it's finally confirmed that Rockstar is working on the next GTA game. So GTA 5 and GTA Online have been doing tremendously well these past few years, with both games being part of 3 console generations. Now, with a sudden post from Rockstar Games, GTA fans can finally calm down a bit for the next upcoming game in the franchise. It's noted on the blog post that development is well underway and that more details will be released soon as the developers are ready. So, moving forward, maybe Rockstar will still support GTA Online even after GTA 6 launches, and that they will have to release a different online mode that's based on GTA 6. For our next story, we're gonna talk about Deviation Games. The new studio that is headed by Call of Duty veterans is rapidly growing as the company has opened its second office, called Deviation Games Canada. This signifies that production on their first game is ramping up, and it's been reported that they are looking for talent that have a background on online shooters as well as RPGs. Now, recently a tweet by a leaker known as Oops Leaks stated that Deviation Games are creating a world-class first-person shooter. The seemingly live service game will be developing different game modes, from a heavily story-driven single-player campaign as well as a multiplayer with both arcade and competitive modes. A lot can still change even as the rumor says that Deviation Games will reveal the game and other details within the year, and that they have a tentative release date of somewhere in 2024. The developers also said that their debut game will deviate away from the normal, the boring, the humdrum, and the things that we've seen 100 times. This rumor is definitely good news for PlayStation owners, as Sony needs another online shooter for their community, as Resistance, Killzone, and SOCOM have been missing for a few years already. On to our next topic, the newly formed Haven Studios led by industry veteran Jade Raymond is currently developing their first game in collaboration with PlayStation Studios. A recent interview from the website Le Devoir was translated from French and described that Haven's debut game is an evolving online environment and that it will be coming to PlayStation 5 and PC. Executive producer Paulo Joyo also stated that the studio's philosophy moving forward is that these environments are not just games, they're also social platforms for many players. It has to stay that way. To last, a game must remain pleasant to visit. Working closely with the team as well is PS5 architect Mark Cerny, who will assist them in unlocking the full potential of the console. Raymond also stated that our ambition will be to push the technical capabilities of the console further. Since we know that Bungie is going to be fully acquired in the coming year, their prowess in handling a live service game can guide Haven Studios in their development. We can also note as well that the debut game by Haven Studios could be one of Sony's 10 live service games that they are working on, as recently announced. In line with our previous story, Sony's $3.6 billion acquisition of Bungie has led to people wondering what's their next move in the gaming industry. In an investor call reported by the website The Verge, Sony has announced that they are planning to release 10 new live service games by March 2026. Through that statement, Sony will not only focus on their core capability of releasing single-player games, but also venturing out into new territories with live service gaming. Sony CFO Hiroki Totoki has detailed that the strategic significance of this acquisition lies not only in obtaining the highly successful Destiny franchise as well as major new IP Bungie is currently developing, but also incorporating into the Sony group the expertise and technologies Bungie has developed in the live game services space. Bungie's new IP, which is codenamed Matter, is rumored to be a multiplayer game with character-based gameplay. The developer also claimed before that the said IP will be released before 2025. Not only Bungie is developing multiplayer games, but The Last of Us developer Naughty Dog has been developing a multiplayer game for years, and also Horizon Zero Dawn's developer Guerrilla Games is hiring talents with experience on online gaming. PlayStation's London studio is also hiring for a new PS5 online game. With all that said, Sony is now going to compete with the top-earning live service games on the market with their first-party developers that are known for their quality and second-party developers which shows a lot of promise. Though the problem for this in the future is that these games might compete with one another in the long run. Still in the topic of acquisitions, known video game journalist and television presenter Jeff Keighley references that multiple people know that there are few other big video game deals in final stages of negotiations. Considering that Jeff is known throughout the gaming industry, his report seems true and he may have gotten his information from credible sources. Since acquisitions have been done, different studios are being included in the mix, namely Electronic Arts, Konami, Capcom, and Square Enix. As the Bungie deal came as a surprise, no concrete details have been reported yet and that people involved are careful in releasing any kind of information. So it is exciting to see which companies is Sony willing to purchase as they still have a budget of $10 billion. The acquisition from both Sony and Microsoft have created an interesting topic for analysts and gamers. A part of the community is concerned that the acquired studios will have to set their games exclusively to the platform owner, whereas some of these games by these studios were released on all platforms. Eventually, a possibility that all studios would now be owned by the big corporations and making consolidation and purchase of these games may have complications. Though looking at the bright side, having the watchful eye and budget of either Sony and Microsoft, they will be able to provide more resources and assistance in creating new IPs or reviving old franchises that would be perfect for the current generation. And for our last story for today's video, it appears that Naughty Dog's co-president Neil Druckmann has teased that the company is currently developing 3 games. Rumor around the internet says that they are working on a multiplayer component on The Last of Us 2 and a remake of The Last of Us 1 with upgrades on the mechanics as well as fidelity that's on par with the second game. However, the remake on the first game has not yet been confirmed with Naughty Dog. A supporting tweet by Neil Druckmann on Naughty Dog's career Twitter account, he included 3 emojis that heavily suggest that 3 games are being developed. Eric Jensen, a design manager at Ben's studio, joined in on the fun by saying can't wait for hand over mouth emoji, to which Neil replied dude NDA. It's also possible to think that Jensen is aware of the said projects. A couple of months ago, reports as well as job postings shows that Naughty Dog is indeed working on different AAA projects. On our end, we can think that it's The Last of Us 2's multiplayer and The Last of Us remake as Game 1 and Game 2, with the other project being a new IP. So, thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know what you think about our latest news and rumors. What do you think Naughty Dog is working on? Who are the possible developers that Sony will acquire next? And do you think that Sony is developing too many live service games? Let me know about your thoughts on the comment section down below, and I will see you all soon.